Hello, fifth graders. Today we're going to be working on making inferences, and to do that we're going to use some comics. You'll have to listen to me read the comics, but it'll still be kind of fun. Some of you have heard of Garfield. We're going to use Garfield for today's activity. This is John. John is Garfield's owner. John notices his empty bowl and says, "This entire bowl of cheese puffs has vanished, and I bet I know where they went. Garfield, show me your paws." This is Garfield for those of you that don't know. Garfield shows John his paws. Well, they're already orange. The perfect crime. Why do you think that John thinks he knows where the cheese puffs went? Why does John ask Garfield to show him his paws? And what does Garfield mean when he says the perfect crime? Now, the thing that was missing was cheese puffs. For those of us that like to eat Cheetos, we know that after you eat Cheetos, your fingers get orange. So he thought if I check Garfield's paws and see orange all over them, I'll know that he ate them. Unfortunately, Garfield is an orange cat. So John will never know if Garfield actually ate the cheese puffs or not because his fingers are already orange. Did they tell us this? Nope. We're supposed to infer that because he was eating cheese puffs, his fingers would be orange from the cheese puffs. And that's what John was trying to figure out. Let's try another one. Hey, Garfield, let's pretend it's my birthday. Oh boy. I'll get presents and cards? John, how shall I say this? And cake. Happy birthday, buddy! So look at Garfield's face in frames 1 and 2. What do his facial expressions tell you about what he's thinking? When you look at those expressions, right away you can tell he looks kind of bored. He's not smiling, his eyes are half closed, he does not look like he's having a good time and like he doesn't want to play a part of this game. But look at his face in frame 3. How does his expression change? Well, when you look at his expression, you see a smile, you see wide open, happy eyes, and his arms out. He's active, he's enthusiastic. How does Garfield's attitude change about the birthdays from frames 1 to frame 3? And again, over here, not excited. Kind of annoyed, it looks like almost. Over here, very excited. What was it, do you think, that made him change? Why does it change? What do you think Garfield realizes? We notice that when he's talking about getting presents for his birthday and cards, Garfield doesn't feel very excited. But as soon as John talks about getting cake, he gets very excited. Most likely we can tell that Garfield gets excited at the idea of eating cake. And Garfield is not a little cat, so we could probably tell that he likes to eat some food. So getting cake, we can infer, would make Garfield very happy. Do they tell us that he's happy about getting cake? No, but we can infer from the change in his personality and his expression that it only happened after he heard the word cake that he really likes cake. Let's do another one. Here's Garfield again. Odie buried a bone. This is Odie. Forgot to let it go again. What does Garfield mean by forgot to let it go again? Garfield says that Odie forgot to let it go again. Again is an important clue. What does it tell you about past events in Odie's life? If it means again, that means he's done it before. And so knowing that about Odie and seeing this picture of him right here, if you had to describe Odie based on this one comic, how might you describe him? Now, any other dog would be smart enough to know that you take your head away from the bone and out of the hole when you bury it. Odie is obviously not that smart. Does Garfield tell us he's not smart? No, but we can tell based on the fact that 1, he buried his head with his bone, and 2, he's done it before, that he's not that smart. That's the inference that we can make. This is a much older Garfield cartoon, as you can tell, but we're going to use it. Here's Garfield. I hate dogs. Look at that poor mutt. All buggy-eyed and panty and sloppery. It's just disgusting. Here, Odie, have a steak. Pat, pat, pat. Now, look at Garfield's face right here. And what is he doing? Pat, pat, pat. What is going through Garfield's mind right here? What do you think? Right in this picture, what do you think he's thinking? What is Garfield doing in the last frame? Why do you think he's doing that? And do you think Garfield is a smart cat? Why or why not? Well, let's talk about this. Garfield just spent some time talking about how dumb and pathetic Odie was. But that dumb and pathetic dog just got a really big steak, which dogs obviously love. Garfield sees this dumb, pathetic dog getting a treat like that. In his head, he's going, how can I get a steak like that? Or can I get food like that? He thinks he should act like a dumb, pathetic dog in order to get a treat. To me, that screams he's smart. Now, one, do we see little thought bubbles with him saying, I need to act dumb to get a treat? No. But after all the evidence of him talking about how pathetic Odie is, and then seeing what happens when Odie acts pathetic, and then in the next frame he's acting pathetic, we can tell that that's what he was thinking about. I infer that he was thinking about how he could act in order to get a treat. I also inferred that he realized if he wanted to get a treat, he should act silly and pathetic just like Odie did, which I think makes him a smart cat. One last one. Beetle, beetle, beetle. John, how about going out for dinner tonight? Liz. Sure, sounds great. Let's go to that Italian place. They have the best lasagna. Good choice. Hi, John, it's me. Did I leave my phone here? And a huge doggy bag. Uh-oh. Look at frame number 1. What does beetle, beetle, beetle mean? Who is Liz? Look at John's expression in frame 6. How does he look? Why? Why does he look surprised like this? Why is Garfield saying uh-oh in this last frame? Let's go over this right now. Beetle, 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 we can kind of assume or infer that it means it's the phone ringing. Then John reads the text messages and he responds. He's talking to his girlfriend. All of a sudden, he hears his girlfriend walk in the door. He looks surprised. Well, she was just texting him. Of course he's going to be surprised. Why would she text him if she was on her way? Then she says, did I leave my phone here? So if she left her phone there, she couldn't have been using it to text him, which means someone else was using it to text. Someone who wanted lasagna, who's willing to act pathetic to get lasagna. That would be Garfield. And he was caught in the act of using her phone. Now, do they tell us that it's her phone? No. But the fact that someone's asking for lasagna and he's holding a pink phone, we can infer that it was Garfield trying to trick John into getting him lasagna. Give 3 words in your head that you think describe Garfield based on the comics that you've read. What can you infer about Garfield's personality just from these comics? Well, that's it. Hopefully you understand that when you make an inference, you're using your prior knowledge, your own knowledge, and what you see in the current situation to make a decision.